No. He actually got called the N-word during Black History Month. I got cheated on. I got called that word again. Nah. The OnlyFans model who became a killer. The case of Courtney Clinton. Bro, it's not enough. It is not enough to be out here scamming lonely men. Not even scamming. Just literally like wait, what's the word for it? It's not enough to take advantage. Prey on these lonely men. You have to kill men. Holy. The OnlyFans model who became a killer. Let's get it. Courtney?
With over 2 million followers on Instagram, more than $3 million earned from OnlyFans, and several other lucrative
3 million? No, that's normal. That's like a year's worth of work on the OnlyFans for these girls, bro. Not even. Whoa, yeah, probably.
Of revenue, Courtney Clenny was an incredibly successful blonde bombshell at the very top of her game. But on April 3rd, 2022, whether intentional or not, her irreversible actions would leave her boyfriend dead and her own hard-earned empire in ruins. Now, of course, there was seemingly more going on in Courtney's life behind the closed doors of social media. And, unfortunately for her, this newfound attention put a spotlight on her highly concerning behavior and actions. However, was Courtney to blame for Christian's untimely death? What does the evidence say about her? What did she do after the fact? And what will happen next? Welcome back.
She's going to jail for life.
My name is Adrian, and today we're
split some money with me to your Twitch, yeah?
A W. That's the story of
subscribe to the Twitch, man.
Fame, fortune, love, and financial security. Courtney genuinely seemed to have it all. And no matter how you look at this case, it is impossible to deny that she had plenty of opportunity to avoid this current situation. But before we begin today, and just to let you know, that there's true crime and strange cases here weekly. So if that is the sort of thing, please consider subscribing to Coffee House.
OnlyFans get a real bag.
With that said, please grab yourself a coffee, pull up a seat, and get ready for the deep dive. This is the case of Courtney Clenny.
I mean, whatever you think about it, people are gonna get a bag regardless. You know what I'm saying? Of if it's like an L or bad or not. The case of Courtney Clenny. I don't know. OnlyFans though.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks. Today we're returning to the mighty nation of the United States of America, and zoning in one step further. Welcome to Miami. Now you can't go much further south.
I'm trolling, gang.
Here,
no, bro.
The Magic City rests
I'll take. I'm very self-aware.
On that note, it's probably.
You know what I'm saying? I want more viewers. You know what I'm saying? I want more viewers. I want to go crazy on YouTube. I need to do a crazy comeback. I'm very self-aware, my friend. You know what I'm saying? But what's up with you? My brother is having a seizure. Brother, come on, dude.
To say that Florida, also known as the Sunshine State,
Florida. I'm moving there, chat. Moving to Miami
annually.
I just
and
left
with an
Florida,
average temperature of 71 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius, it is no wonder that millions of tourists flock here every year. Now, Miami is known for its strong Cuban influence, balmy weather, pristine beaches, and fantastic diving sites.
And OnlyFans.
The city is also home to many famous teams
women with fake titties,
which includes the Miami Heat, the iconic Miami Tower, and of course, the beautiful Everglades National Park. Miami has had a somewhat stagnant population number in recent years, but for now, it's home to just under 500,000 residents. And eventually, this is where we will find the lives of Courtney Clenny and Christian Obumseli. Courtney Clenny was born on April 21st, 1996, to her mother Deborah and father Kim. The family originally lived in Texas, which is where they remained as Courtney and her sister Morgan grew up. And with her father holding a degree in finance and working as a financial advisor, they had plenty of financial means to support the family too. The daughters were spoiled while growing up, and supposedly always got what their hearts desired. Their parents were active in sports for their entire lives, and so naturally, this was reflected with Courtney and Morgan too. By the time Courtney had reached the second grade of high school, she was already into an impressive list of physical activities, including football, gymnastics, volleyball, diving, and riding horses. She also loved the world of theatre, drama, and dance, and she began
giving a whole breakdown on her life. I didn't know it was gonna be this deep. I stayed up till 4 a.m. with my older cousins when I was sick. Alright, this is boring. No. It's getting... Bro, hold on. Damn! Y'all have no type of... Hold on. Vibe out, bro.
At the age of 13.
SLS Lux. Wait, look up the building. They have... they had my spot on YouTube before I copped. SLS... Bro, I love Brickle. I don't know what you're talking about, though. But, Hold up. I did not want to believe this. But 93% of you guys are not subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and drop a like. What's up with y'all?
Forward a couple years, it was during her time in high school that she started to take
that's where
both
I
exercise and
wanna
physical
be,
fitness
in
a
Miami.
lot more seriously. And moving into
Wait, you live there? You live in Brickell right now? Bro, tap in with me, gang.
She became a qualified personal trainer, where she went on to win several competitions in weightlifting and fitness. Realizing that college wasn't the right path for her, she eventually dropped out of education to focus on other aspirations, such as fitness and social media. It was around this time that she started to notice that pictures of her at the gym got a lot of attention online. And with this in mind, this is when several random encounters helped thrust her into the internet spotlight. Appearing in a video on her YouTube
45
channel
minutes is
named
crazy.
Courtney Taylor, Courtney described how she
Bro, it's
became
a
Instagram
documentary,
famous
dude.
through consistently posting content, giving interviews, moving to Los Angeles, featuring in Playboy, and other collaborations with other models. Courtney was rapidly growing on Instagram and other social media platforms, and after OnlyFans was founded in the year 2016, she spotted a new
I'm gonna move
Since
out
she
there,
was
bro.
young, confident, in great
Follow me
shape,
on,
and
Twitter,
didn't mind that
Instagram.
sort of extra
Tap in with me,
attention,
bro.
she asked herself, why not try it out? For those who don't know,
I'm trying to
OnlyFans
learn
is an
more.
internet content subscription service that allows creators to share whatever kind of content they like with
Yeah,
other
I swear, if
fans.
y'all ever like really, no, honestly, not even if you ever, because I bought OnlyFans, but it wasn't on nothing like, oh, I'm trying to go like me and my homie, we literally split. All right, I don't even know what I'm telling this, but yeah, we split like half. It was a $5 subscription, right? And then we split like $250 just to see what, because we never did it. I wasn't even old enough, you know what I'm saying? When this was like 3 years ago. I was like 16 and he was like 18, so he could get like, he had a credit card and stuff, so he could do all that. But if y'all ever buying like OnlyFans seriously, bro, come on, bro. Like real talk, like cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Real talk. It's 2023. You can literally, number one, this crap's free, but number two, it's like, come on, bro. Just go outside. You feel me? It's OnlyFans model who became a killer.
All who pay to see that sort of content, including videos, pictures, and other paywall restricted media. Now, Courtney was already rocketing in revenue and popularity, and in fact, she'd gained over 1 million followers on Instagram, which led to all sorts of opportunities. This included sponsorships with many well-established brands, and exciting interviews and features at places such as Chive HQ. It is hard to know exactly how much money Courtney was making before OnlyFans, but she would go on to make more than $3 million on the platform in less than 3 years.
That's what I'm saying, Clutch.
And excluding all other forms of revenue,
Sad.
Courtney earned more than $1 million on OnlyFans in 2020 alone, which was followed up by a staggering $1.8 million in 2021. Many would argue that Courtney Clenny had a life most of us could only ever dream of. She had fame, fortune, success, and a very supportive
really do
family.
look like every
And
other
to add
dude
to
in
all of
Miami,
this,
bro.
conventionally speaking, she was a very attractive young woman at the very
All right,
peak
bet. I'm
of
gonna
her
tap in
game.
with you,
Now,
Adolf.
her industry
Hitler.
and lifestyle may not be what everyone
looks like a
exactly
bum.
aspires for, but considering her
bro. I mean,
position,
I'd
she
hit,
was
for
very
sure.
lucky to be
You're
making
tripping,
such a
dude.
staggering
She
amount of
looked
money.
like what?
You could even
She bad.
argue that the only thing that was
She's cute,
missing
or whatever.
was love. And in 2020, right when all of this was taking off, that missing feature of her life materialized.
Y'all think nobody know
It
about
was
her,
around
but
this time that she first laid eyes
there's
upon
a lot
young
of
and
limps
charming
online
man
who
named
know about
Christian Obumseli. Affectionately nicknamed Toby, Christian was born on April 12th,
Bro,
1994.
it's one thing to talk about her life, but it's another thing to talk about his life. Like, I don't care about his life at all. Like,
Seemed to be mutual because within weeks they were in a
like
very
we get it.
passionate
He died
relationship.
from, he passed.
Friends
she
claimed
killed
that in the
him,
beginning
but, like,
everything
come on, bro.
seemed pleasant. They were having a lot of fun together and seemed to be deeply in love. However, a few months in, and not the same thing could be said, as the relationship had turned into something very dark and serious. Those who knew Toby before he met Courtney
R.I.P.
could see
Toby.
a very saddening and troubling change in him too. Where he was once bright and full of energy, he now often seemed stressed, preoccupied and
Yeah, this is a
withdrawn.
big story
And
online.
sadly, this was for good reason too, as Courtney had become somewhat controlling when it came to her boyfriend. She would often get upset at the very smallest of things, pull Toby away from his friendship group, and then, before they knew it, she would be screaming at him at the top of her lungs. Over time,
Never be in
physical
a
violence
controlling
became more
relationship,
noticeable
Chad.
within the relationship.
You should
and
be in full-
although
honestly,
the
you
start
should
with
be in
Courtney
full
hitting him
control
on the
as
chest
a
and
dude, at
shoulders, which is already bad enough, it would become much, much worse. With her lucrative and ever-expanding career, Toby made the decision to become her personal assistant, which meant he was always traveling, working and catering to her
Really?
needs. Now, sure, Toby did have a lot
You
of
were
fun
her
doing this,
personal
but it
assistant?
also meant he was always
And
around
she was
her
online
and was
doing
always exposed
OnlyFans.
to her physical violence
Red
and
flag.
behavior. But Courtney had other problems going on too. She became a regular to the bars and clubs downtown in Austin, and as her frequency in alcohol increased, so did her dependency. Now this may explain some of the outbursts she had against Toby, because it is evident she clearly had an issue handling her liquor, but this is still no excuse. Her incompetence is proven in the form of 2 DUI charges against her, and in July 2021, the police were called after she had thrown a glass at Toby's head in Las Vegas.
Nah, bro.
Things got blown out of proportion. Like to the max.
Have you ever been cited or arrested before?
Yes.
For what?
DUI.
So, why am I here? What's going on?
My boyfriend and I just got into like a loud argument.
So you called once again for what? Why did you call for help?
Because we were getting really loud. We were getting loud. And I was like, oh my god, we're gonna like do damage to the room or something. Not damage to each other. Like I really wanna like
Why would you
highlight
think
that.
why would you think that you were gonna do damage to the room?
I like throwing something or like
Did you throw something?
did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No.
So why would you think that there is damage to the room to be made?
Because I've done that before in our house. And I
What have you done?
thrown a glass at him, plate.
Did you throw a glass or a plate at him today?
No.
Okay. So if
No,
I
this is before.
okay, so
I thought she got a train ran in her. I don't know why. Bro, she literally... Why would you call the cops for something you're doing? Bro, I don't know. But regardless, bro, it's never that serious, bro. You should never stay in a relationship like this.
when I go to the room and I see
Just
broken
for
glass on the
some
floor, where did that
punani,
glass
bro.
come from?
Never that serious.
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Okay, well,
Was there?
yeah,
Maybe I did.
okay.
I'm being okay. I'm being completely honest with you. I feel like my like brain is scrambled eggs right now.
Did anybody punch, hit, spit, throw anything at each other? Did he hit you or you did at him?
Well, I'm guessing that I threw a glass, but that sounds like me. So.
What?
Oh, by the way, I just want to say.
See, bro,
somebody
this is why you don't
mentioned
drink
earlier
either,
about,
bro.
like, there being a chair on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
You can't remember
I
nothing.
don't know why we hadn't picked it up. Like that had nothing to do with the fight. We weren't throwing furniture at each other.
Following her
So
subsequent
she's the
arrest,
aggressor.
Courtney was
Yo,
held
what's
for
good,
12
Ziggy?
hours overnight. But despite
She's
almost
the
being
aggressor.
seriously injured, Toby declined to press charges and desperately pleaded for her release.
L-Limp.
And while being interviewed by
my
police
God.
officers, Courtney even changed her story to claim that she was the one who called them, because she didn't want any further embarrassment.
You're such a
It is
limp.
worth saying here that Courtney did at least admit to previously
I mean, you
throwing
shouldn't
glasses
press
and plates
charges
at her
either.
boyfriend. For
I
better
mean,
or
if you
worse,
really wanted a bag, you could press charges. But, like, begging for her release, like, holy crap, bro. Bro couldn't take it, like, a day without her.
the couple eventually made plans to move away from Texas to
Limp
experience
of
a new
hell.
chapter in their lives together.
Talk
Toby
about it,
was
bro.
infatuated
Limp
with
of
London
death.
and had high hopes of moving there. But for Courtney, it was Miami.
Bro, Miami's
and,
so
of course,
beautiful, bro.
like always, she got her way. Now, to be fair, they both liked the idea of living in the Magic City. It's well known for its pristine beaches, non-stop nightlife, and fantastic warm weather. And there are many appealing traits
Miami's
for young
the new
adults who
LA,
like to
chat.
party and have plenty of
But better.
cash. And so, in January 2022, they finally made the decision to move 1,100 miles
Florida's
from
far.
Austin to Miami. Courtney was making substantial money by now, and her choice of an apartment definitely reflected this. They settled into Unit 2201 of 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue, found in Beverly Terrace not even 1 mile from downtown. And holy shit. With 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and spectacular views of Biscayne Bay, their apartment was luxurious to an unimaginable
Bro, that's gotta be
level.
like 8,000.
Now, of course, the rent was not cheap, and in fact,
least
it
8K
is
a month.
confirmed that Courtney spent an eye-watering amount of money to live here.
How much?
$10,000 per month, to be precise.
12?
For watering amount of money to live here. $10,000
Oh,
per month,
10,000.
to
I was
be
close,
precise. Furthermore, she would often brag about paying the rent all by herself, and would even gloat and threaten to kick Toby to the streets if he misbehaved. Speaking of
Bro, doesn't
misbehaving,
the Lakers have,
Courtney's
like,
troubling
D'Lo or
behavior
something?
amplified after moving to Miami. She once again became a well-known face to the local clubs and bars, and her attitude and demeanor began to worsen yet again. There was no subtlety to this behavior either. Appearing in the We in Miami podcast, she openly admitted that she was toxic, hated being bossed around and controlled, and, quote, only dates rich black guys.
Do you like to be fully controlled, or do you?
I like to be submissive. Pretty well, yeah, in the bedroom,
Yes.
but like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah, so you only want them to tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want them to tell you anything.
Right.
Why are you like to the dude, bro? I mean, rest in peace, bro. But damn, dude. Like, damn, you really were in a relationship with her and she ended up killing you. Like, that is just like so sad, bro. At the end of the day, but this shows, bro, if your girl is ever acting like this, bro, you just like, I mean, she shouldn't be your girl, bro. You should never date an OnlyFans girl, bro. Number one. He has so many chances to dip. I'm saying, bro.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Like, look at what
sounds like
podcast she's
you're
on. All these girls got their titties out. She's literally
Be
OnlyFans.
careful
girl.
with this one. She's gonna boss you around like.
Exactly.
Sweet toxicity.
So you only date rich black guys. So like, have you ever dated like any politicians or only like rappers or athletes or what kind of rich black guys?
You know, dabble here, dabble there, a
Yeah.
little bit.
How much do you make them off?
A lot.
Yeah, we make good money.
She's openly
By
saying
now,
she
Courtney
dates
was
around.
becoming
She does
unhinged
this.
with her actions. She was a serious risk to Toby's health,
It's
both
openly
physical and
open
mental,
thigh.
and even worse, took pride in the
Zoom
situation,
in on her titties
even
for
finding
clickbait.
it funny at times.
Yo, you're wild.
Further examples of her behavior included her
Bro, the
shouting and
thumbnail is gonna
screaming
be
at
made
Toby,
afterwards,
calling
bro.
him many derogative words, including racial slurs, trashing their home and hotel rooms while away, and even throwing his possessions off their apartment balcony. Courtney's tantrums became so violent that, one time, after smashing up the entire Miami apartment, she then demanded that Toby move out, and sealed the deal by throwing all of his clothes over the balcony ledge.
See, oh,
but Courtney knew
Oh,
that
hell nah. If you got drip, bro, you're not going for that, bro. Throwing the clothes off the balcony is crazy. That's a felony. Especially in Miami. That's a felony, fam. Throwing it off the balcony? Can't you like get a that's wild. When a guy says he only dates white girls, it's a GG for him. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm not gonna lie, I never messed with a white girl before. Not like dated. Never. But I mean, I would, but it's nothing racial about that. I just never really clicked with them, but it's a GG of hell. I ain't gonna lie.
what she was doing was wrong.
A white
and
girl like
every
her.
time an outburst like this happened,
Throwing
she would
clothes off the
profusely
balcony.
apologize by showering him with gifts. In one instance, she tried to make amends for ruining his entire wardrobe of clothes by purchasing him a Louis Vuitton luggage set. You can probably guess
What?
that these things aren't cheap, and it cost her upwards of $10,000.
You can't buy him a
And
gift
then,
after he's
of
dead,
course,
though.
shortly after this, came the infamous elevator surveillance footage that many of us have likely already seen. I'm not going to play all of this, but in the
I
surveillance
would've.
footage,
She
it
should
is
be knocked
obvious
out right now. No, actually, all right, let me not say that. I would never put myself in this situation with a girl like that, bro. But respectfully, she'd be knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
that
This is
Courtney was the one
ridiculous,
attacking
bro.
Toby as he tried
And
to
we're watching
push
this
her
during
away.
Black History
Through
Month.
the many
Oh,
messages
nah.
and recordings of Toby, it is clear that he was both distraught and devastated by his girlfriend's actions. Yet, despite all of this constant aggression, he would always defend her in front of officers and other people. It's not currently clear if these acts of
Blam.
protection were out of concern that he too would be arrested over specific actions, but he always seemed to have her back, despite that not being reciprocated. Throughout the months and eventually years, multiple letters and text messages were documented by him, and in all of these articles, it is clear to see how heartbroken yet love-struck he was with her. In a written letter addressed to Courtney, Toby said the following: "You are honestly the sweetest and most annoying woman I know, but I would never trade you for anything. I want to be everything to you. Your boyfriend, your best friend, your
Love
lifelong
letters!
partner, the man you trust to put his life on the line for you. I do believe that dreams come true, and I would love for you to help me fulfill mine. Baby, you are the recipe when I'm stuck in the toughest situations, and the only person I
This is
want
out
to
of
share my
pocket.
life with. I remember walking on the trail in Austin, and I told you a poem that reminded me of you, which made me cry and love you so much, to the point I asked you to come take a walk during the sunset. In November
Chat, never
2020
do. This is why she had so much power over him, bro. Now it all makes sense, bro. Hitting me with the ads that's tough. The ads of hell. Yo, W Stream Deck, man. Shout out Streamer Cat for the he actually gifted me this. Wait, the limping is so bad, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Writing love letters is crazy. Like, I didn't think people still did that.
trail in Austin, and I told you a poem that reminded me of you, which made me cry and love you so much.
Which made you cry? This is why she has so much power and she's over here beating him and stuff, bruh. Because she's power hungry And he just loves her so much to the point where he's making love letters and crying over her. Like, come on, bro. And you rich too. You rich. Money don't make you lit, man. I mean, money does not make you like more of a man, bro. It clearly doesn't, bro. Because if you rich, he's had to be making over like what, like over at least over 20, 30 a month. You know what I'm saying? 30K a month. And he's still like simping like this, bro. When you could really have like a bunch of girls. Riz Spear? No, this is the opposite of Riz Spear.
To the point I asked you to come take a
No.
walk during the sunset. In November
This man is Riz
2021,
repellent.
another one of Courtney's more severe outbursts resulted in her stabbing him in the leg. And although there seemed to be signs of remorse and sympathy the following day, this only seemed to last a meager 24 hours. In a recovered text message, he said, "The crazy thing about all of this is that yesterday, when you stabbed me in the leg and you saw how bad it was hurting me, the next morning I still woke up happy. I still gave you a good day.
No!
My leg was hurting because my girlfriend stabbed me. I woke up happy. I took you to Vegas, helped you shoot, drank with you, and did blow with you just so you'd have a great time. And I'm doing all of this while my leg hurts so bad. Did I make you feel bad for stabbing me? No. I just sucked it up and hoped tomorrow would be better." In another text...
Chat. No! This is like actually making me sick to my stomach, bro. Some men need to do better, bro. That's crazy, man. It got bro killed. You miss Sweetwater's? Come back to Detroit,
message
man.
sent in March 2022, Toby said, "Is love going to kill me? What if the knife sliced my lip and it wasn't sliced by my beard, my cheek, my eye? What might happen next time? February was the worst month I've had so far. I got cheated on. I got called that word again. I got slapped in my stitches
Not
that
during
have
Black
ruined
History
me
Month.
multiple
Not during...
times, and it's
No. He actually got called the N-word during Black History Month. February was the worst month of my life. I got cheated on. I got called that word again. Nah. Chat, during Black History Month, his white girlfriend who is beating him and slicing him open, literally who killed him, is calling him the N-word. Definitely the hard R. Holy. During Black History Month.
Feeling fast enough.
He got called... Nah, not just the N-word. He got called the hard R. I ain't gonna lie.
I've gotten kicked out. I'm
Crazy
just trying
shit.
to have a couple of things off my chest before therapy. To clarify, Toby and Courtney had ended and restarted their relationship several times in the last 2 years, but in March 2022, they reached an all-new breaking point.
Yeah,
Despite
and
only
it's
moving
Black
into
History
the
Month,
property about 2
Rest
months
in peace to
prior,
bro,
the police
man.
had visited them twice, with a further
gotta
12
do
calls
better.
made in the previous months. And in recent weeks, Courtney's demeanour had become a lot more threatening, and she always threatened to kick him out of the apartment whenever they argued. Now, thankfully, with him living there full-time for the last couple of months, she had no legal authority to do this with immediate effect. But Courtney would still try to do this regardless, and in the last week of March 2022, she even asked her mum to stay with her for a week while she tried to push him out. Courtney officially broke up with Toby over this time frame, in which he spent the next 6 days living on a small sofa located in the small foyer of the apartment. Looking at the property's floor plan,
That's
you
a
can see
big
the room was a
apartment.
small hallway used between their personal elevator and the rest of their home.
They have
And
a
for future
personal
reference, this is
elevator?
what Courtney often refers
That's
to as
tough.
the elevator room. Courtney's mother eventually returned to her own home on April the 1st, 2022, leaving Courtney and her ex-boyfriend to hash things out moving forward. But this didn't seem to go very well, as the very next day the police were called back to Courtney's apartment, and she was not happy. On the evening of April 2nd, the apartment's concierge called the police after witnessing a heated argument break out between the two. Now, interestingly enough,
Yeah.
Courtney initially begged him not to call the police, with this even being
Booba
recorded by an
spam.
officer's
That,
body cam. However, shortly after officers arrived
Put
at the
TTS
lobby,
back on
she
my-
very swiftly changed her position to sound as if she
Alright,
did
cool.
actually want
I'll
them
put it
to be
back.
there after all.
There's
It is
no weird
important
stuff.
to note how Courtney responded to officers' questions here, as she seemed determined to get a restraining order against Toby, but more specifically, before he did first.
Actually, no,
Throughout
after
the
this
entire
video, bro, I
conversation,
want y'all to mess up
Courtney
this
interrupted almost everyone, seemed emotionally unstable, and often contradicted what the concierge had already informed officers.
Hold on, wait. Oh, footage.
Can you please let me into my apartment? Please?
Okay.
Yes. I haven't.
Excuse me, hold on. What's going on?
Okay.
Where's your apartment? You have a key?
We have.
Ma'am, you don't need to talk to me. What's
What
going
are
on?
you lying about?
Where's your key?
I'm in my apartment.
You didn't call.
I didn't. Nobody.
I called. You called.
What?
Okay.
But
What's
on
going on?
him-
Okay, hold on, man. Let him talk.
Okay.
Ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The front desk personnel, this young lady, I was actually, with the other guy. She informed us that Miss Courtney, her boyfriend, was trying to get into the elevator with her, but she had her hands out like this. Okay. And she had her hands out like this, and she was like, "Oh no, don't come inside the elevator."
Okay.
So we asked her, I said, "Do you want him to leave the property?" She said no, she don't want him to
I
leave
did
the
not say
property.
that. I said yes.
Hold on.
No, but the
Hold on. He's talking. Then you talk. Let him speak. Let him speak. Nigga, your turn. Nigga, your turn.
We were quiet when you were speaking. Why not?
I say, "Are you certain for sure, do you want him to leave?" "Oh, no. And then I just said, enough is enough. Police need to be called." She said she don't want police to be called.
Okay.
Okay, but you
Time
told me I was
out. Time out. Let me talk. Okay.
I feel very like.
What's your name? Courtney?
Yes.
Okay, Courtney.
Why do you have something against me, man? Like I'm just trying to like. Are you gonna listen?
We're listening. Go ahead.
Bro, this is what happens when you're entitled. And
Courtney,
you're
what's
like,
going on? What do you need?
dude, she's like what, like 20, bro? Like, she's still like a child, bro. When you really think about it, bro. Like how she's talking to these cops, how she just like instantly loves all this drama, fighting, stabbing her boyfriend. Like, this is sad, bro. This is really sad.
What?
My boyfriend. I hate him. Okay, he hasn't been anywhere. I don't care. I'll hold it down. This guy said I shoved her. When I was upstairs and they shoved her on my door, I said I shoved him. I said, show me the video. Like, I really got angry because that did not happen. All I did was
L fake titties.
All right. So what do you
Actually,
want to say?
L.
I want a restraining order against Christian and Kelly.
We don't issue those.
Because,
Those
no,
just
I'm
go to
serious.
court.
Can I do that?
You
Where
have to
can
go
I?
to court. You have to go to
Okay, but
downtown
how
or
can
big
I make
petition.
myself first?
They actually W.
Who's on the phone with you?
Just my dad.
Okay. Well, let me
Which I think is
let
reasonable.
me explain to you something with your dad on the phone, so you
What if
so
one
you
of them?
could hear
Bro,
me.
y'all are some.
You
horny
ask me,
motherfuckers.
how can I get a restraining order against
I ain't
you?
gonna lie.
I answer you, we don't issue those. That's through court. You ask me, I need to get one before him. I told you, the only way is for you to get to court. Then you ask me, is he on the way already? And I ask you, I don't even know how he looks like. You understand? Your questions are not making much of an.
Bro, she's retarded. Like, what is she wants everything right now. Like she's entitled to getting a restraining order. I want one before he gets one. Like, what does it matter? If she gets a restraining order, you're not gonna see him anyways, right? Rich OF, okay. Rich OF girls making dudes.
Listen
wanna
to me,
go
answer my
transgender.
questions, please. Does
There
he
might
have
be a
property in
correlation, I don't
the
know.
apartment with you?
If you wanna go transgender, go.
He's been with you
If
here
you
for
wanna
about 2
turn,
months,
pretend to be a girl,
right? Is he on and off, or is he staying with you?
For 2 months every day.
Staying with you for 2 months here with you? Okay.
Except for last week, he wasn't working.
Okay, let me let you know something. He lives here. That person lives in that apartment with you. Okay, we cannot trespass anybody that lives in this place. So we can by law we cannot do this.
And that's, I do understand.
The white woman always trying to bring down the black man.
Restraining order and get there first.
Listen, my answer was I already answered that. You got it. Just go to the court.
They're stalking me.
Courtney's and Christian's toxic relationship was now on full display to the authorities, staff, and other neighbors
Money
living
don't
around
make you a
them.
man.
And it was clear
That's
to
sad.
everybody that their relationship should not continue, regardless of the circumstances. We don't actually know what Toby's stance or opinion was over this event, but it was learned that just one day later, through Courtney's own words, that the two would actually get back together just hours after this altercation. However, whether their relationship was destined to last or not wouldn't ever be learned, because the very next day, police officers would once again be called to the apartment. But this time, Courtney's actions and the consequences would be irreversible.
What, the next day she killed him? Yeah, you can't feel bad for bro. You can't.
April
Just
3rd,
take this as a learning
2022.
lesson.
The weather today was stormy, but with a time of
Take it
4:57
as a learning
p.m., the
lesson.
sun had almost set.
Don't be him.
But that was when the emergency services received a very harrowing phone
Why are y'all
call.
putting the cap emote?
Yeah, this is your emergency.
Well, I'm gonna die.
But there's so much going on.
Received
What?
a very harrowing phone call.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
I can't feel my arm.
3101.
No.
I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am.
So my boyfriend is dying of a stabbing.
Ma'am, what is the address?
What's the address? 3131. 3130.
This is what simping can do, chat. Limping. This is what limping can do.
Northeast 7 times. Please, God, please. Come see my boyfriend.
See, and
Is this a house
she
apartment or
stabbed
a
him and
business?
she didn't even want him to die.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
This is what happens when you act like a little child.
Police officers and paramedics were dispatched to 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue, and when they arrived there, they found a very horrific scene. Christian Obumseli had suffered a stab wound to the chest and was bleeding profusely. In the phone call to 911, you can even hear the fright in Christian's voice as he tells Courtney that he can't feel his arm anymore and that he's going to die. He was discovered in Courtney's arms upon arrival, and as they inspected the property, they found multiple puddles of coagulated blood, suggesting that he had been bleeding for an extended period of time before officers arrived. Blood was also found on the kitchen island, in the master bedroom, the bathroom, and the back of the living room. Following this, Courtney was ordered to sit on the floor outside of her apartment, where witnesses noticed she was covered in blood while bizarrely kissing her dogs. Toby was rushed to the hospital as a matter of absolute urgency, and with the amount of blood lost, it became evident that everyone was fighting against the clock to keep him alive. Since Courtney had already admitted to stabbing him, she was taken down to a local police department for questioning, and surprisingly, she even spoke to them without an attorney present. The entire interview lasted more than 4 hours, where Courtney rambled and wrestled her way through many questions and statements. And being honest with you, some of them were extremely hard to listen to. Now, I've had the misfortune to watch the entire thing for myself, but in order to save you time, I've cut it down to the most crucial moments. This is probably all too obvious to say, but Courtney seemed frazzled, emotional and agitated. And in this interrogation, she described the events which unfolded as,
Isn't it weird when you're... she's in the interrogation room. Nothing else matters, bro. Once she's in jail, nothing else matters. There's no more makeup. There's no more getting your hair done, getting your nails did, doing your OnlyFans pictures, making $3 million a month or $3 million a year, whatever, bro. None of that crap matters, fam. Like, you're done. You're done. You killed your boyfriend. You can't take that back. Now you're in jail for the rest of your life. Like, everything ends. Your whole reality, that false reality that you were living, that you thought you could just you could stab, you could have this big toxic relationship, it's over. It's over. You're in jail. You're in jail. You're not, oh, is my hair messed up? Damn. How long is my hair like that? It's over, fam. You're sitting in a prison cell.
Such a blur.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any
Didn't even get a lawyer. Goofy.
Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
To who?
Christian.
Who's Christian? Oh,
The victim.
They haven't told me about
Wait, how did you talk to him?
He's definitely the victim. What'd you say? This is like.
She literally admitted he's the victim.
I mean, I was sitting there in a freaking puddle of my boyfriend's blood, begging him to like, please not like, fucking give up on me. Like, man, like this shit is fucking serious. You know, I mean,
bro didn't die?
I don't think I'm necessarily in trouble, but like, I just would like to.
We just want to hear your side of the story and what occurred, so we can piece this together and come to an understanding. No?
Yeah, fortunately we weren't there. You know, you were, so there's no better person to tell us than you.
And it took so long for I don't know what I honestly, it was such a blur.
According to her, she and Christian had supposedly made peace with each other after their altercation with officers. The following morning supposedly started amicably, and to help keep it that way, Christian headed out at around 1:15 PM to take a walk and clear his head. Apparently, she had spent most of the afternoon on the phone with her mother, doing the laundry, and keeping things all true crime, watching YouTube videos by Christina Randall. Starting at 4:01 p.m, Courtney then spent half an hour live on Instagram, before wrapping up at 4:33 p.m, true crime, watching YouTube videos by Christina Randall. Starting at 4:01 p.m, Courtney then spent half an hour live on Instagram, before wrapping up at 4:33 p.m, just as Christian returned home with a Subway sandwich. But this is where things started to once again go afray, because it turns out that Courtney was once again angry at him. Apparently, Toby had stopped sharing his
he didn't die? Oh, he literally didn't. Wait, he didn't die from that? Oh. Bro, I hate your interrogation. Bro, that's why you just get a lawyer. Oh, he didn't die. So he's still alive right now. He's still alive. What? Bro came back. Bro really... He said, oh, that OnlyFans pussy. Bro came back to life, bruh. No, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, so he got stabbed multiple times, bro, and then came back. He literally said that. Yeah, I didn't get it. I was like, what? What do you mean he didn't die? Wait, if he didn't die and he goes back, I'm actually done. Right,
location with her. And since she didn't trust him, this was a major problem. For those of you unaware, there are apps such as Find My Friends, which permanently displays your phone's location to those you trust and have allowed to see your location. Now, some couples sometimes use this feature innocently for safety purposes, where unfortunately other couples may sometimes use this to keep tabs on one another. Anyway, in the end, Toby eventually reshared his location with Courtney. However, when he asked her to do the same back, she resisted. Now, the following information is only accused by Courtney, but she claims that Toby then grabbed her by the neck and pushed her to the floor, and after calling her mum for support, he then grew more angry. Toby allegedly started charging towards her, and in response, Courtney then grabbed a kitchen knife and screamed, "Don't come any closer." But Toby apparently did not stop, and what this led to was Courtney supposedly throwing the knife at him from a distance of approximately 10 feet.
So you grabbed the knife?
Because I grabbed
he did die.
I grabbed the knife and I said, like, pretty much just like, don't get any close to me. And then came with me, said something, came with me, and then I just like threw it. And I really
How exactly did you throw it? Did you just throw like that?
How many times?
No, how exactly did you throw it? Like, you threw it like this, or kind of like...
And this was the throw that killed him? There's no way she threw it.
Or how did that...
Oh, I just flung it.
You just flung it? Over your head, or from like...
Like this.
Okay.
I think I heard something about this. She didn't throw the knife. She actually, like, literally stabbed him, because, they said even if it, like, I forgot, it was something about even, like, the best baseball pitcher couldn't throw a knife that, like, put a wound that deep into the dude or something like that. I think he did die from this.
Like, beside your head.
I think this was the time he died.
So not like, okay, like I'm holding it like this. This is not the knife, the
blade to it?
Right, the blade. I for dang sure did not stab him.
Cap.
That would be insane. I mean, I didn't even think that this would touch him.
Her next actions are just as questionable, but instead of calling the emergency services immediately, she decided to call her mum. And if this really is true, then she had spent 13 minutes on the phone before dialing 911. 13 crucial minutes were wasted while Toby was heavily losing blood. Throughout her interrogation, Courtney also claimed that she had not had the chance to think about her story, which in itself is highly suspicious, as she shouldn't need to do this if she was planning on being truthful and transparent.
If I could have like been given all these questions, you know, I could be like, maybe let me think about it. Or when I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy.
Pack her up, fam.
It's like, write down like all the details so you don't forget.
Did she get bailed out by a fan? I don't know.
Just like write it all out
surprised.
clearly so it makes sense to you and makes sense to somebody else.
What?
But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper or my phone to like write down exactly what happened. And I haven't really even like fully thought about it. So honestly,
you know what happened though. You don't need no pen and paper.
Courtney also claimed that the police call-out the night prior was for absolutely no reason at all, and made allegations that the receptionist just wanted to cause trouble.
But that just didn't happen. So it's like he moved from Christian to me. It seemed like he just wanted to cause trouble.
Yeah.
So the police were involved yesterday when there shouldn't have been.
Now, all of this is quite hypocritical. Courtney initially didn't want the receptionist to inform the authorities, likely because she knew she was the aggressor in the situation. She changed her tone once they arrived to make it sound as if she had made the call to get the restraining order. But now, 24 hours later, in the interrogation room, she was once again trying to downplay the situation. This is not the first time that Courtney had shifted her tone and narrative, as it was also noted during her arrest in Las Vegas. But during her interview, Courtney even questioned if her actions against Toby were justifiable.
I don't not think that this was. I don't know. I really don't know if this is justified at all. I actually don't
If you don't know, then it's not.
I really don't know.
You just
Because
incriminating
I know I'm
yourself.
scared, but I really don't know.
You're going to jail.
With great sadness, but around 2
For a
hours
long
after this
time.
interview, it was revealed that Toby did not make it that evening. And shortly after 5 PM, after he had arrived at the hospital, he tragically passed away from his injury.
Rest in
and
peace,
even
bro.
in this situation, you can still sense and feel the absolute horror in Courtney's voice.
So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you killed him.
This is not real, right? Okay. There's no fucking way.
Bro, I don't even know. That's sad.
Christian died?
Like, why are you literally stabbed him to
Have a
death?
hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Yeah.
Relax. No.
Calm down. Calm down. Just take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much,
Don't.
and I just can't even cry right now.
W acting, right?
It's a shock.
Friends and family of Christian Obumseli were beyond devastated to hear the news. This tragedy was so sudden that no one saw it coming, and their young and gentle Toby was ripped away from them in a violent instant. Furthermore, as soon as
Man, bro,
Courtney's
just-
name was included
you just
in the
believe
cause
love
of his
was
death,
real, man.
many an eyebrow began to raise. Following the
man.
awful news, Courtney was voluntarily admitted to a
Don't get
psychiatric ward for
sucked in the trap.
evaluation and
Yo, what's good with
further
you though,
state
Daimu?
act,
How you
which
doing?
provides emergency mental health services. But this is where things
Yeah,
get very
but
uncomfortable for investigators.
however bad
because
she
not
is,
even 2 days
don't
after this, she was
constitute her
released from the hospital and
killing
allowed back into the real
somebody,
world.
you know what I'm saying?
Strange enough, but investigators determined that the entire thing
Like,
was
bro,
just
if I
one-
was ever getting abused, I would never. You never hear me ever saying I'm getting abused by a woman, bro. Ever. Cause that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? You'll never catch me ever getting abused by any type. It's sad, bro. No, that's good, bro. That's good. I'm good.
one domestic dispute, and Courtney had acted out of self-defense, and therefore was free to go. Naturally, this
W-man's
devastated Toby's family, and furthermore, it was learned that detectives reached their conclusion not even 24 hours after reporting to the scene. All of this sparked a massive debate about privilege and being a young, beautiful white woman, and to some,
why
it
you
was
think they call me
extremely
Breezy,
obvious that
bro?
she was not the victim to his actions.
woke up just
And
Breezy.
believe it or not, as all of this was happening, Courtney was back to her old habits, including drinking with her dad.
Brother. Yeah, and are seeking justice.
sir?
Yeah,
What?
let's all videotape her. Right now, you should go.
What?
Yeah, you should go. Justice. You just know her boyfriend.
Wait,
Yeah.
how was she still out, bruh? They didn't lock her up? You know what I'm saying? At least not prison, but like jail. Oh, she got bailed out, huh? I wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? She might have got bailed out. Did she get bailed out?
Yeah.
OnlyFans limp?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Did an
this is what
OnlyFans limp
happened after
bail her out?
Christian's death. But unfortunately,
Her dad's rich.
Courtney's
Her dad's
lawyer
rich.
had
And she's
successfully
rich.
convinced the police that her actions were the result of self-defense against
Oh,
Christian, who
self-defense.
supposedly
There's
was the
no
one
way.
to blame for his own death. With officers buying this story, Courtney was officially made a free woman, allowed to do what she wanted without any further questions asked.
What?
But of course, in the background, this wouldn't stop Christian's family or friends from tirelessly seeking justice.
W family.
They almost immediately hired a lawyer who was instantly able to see the tumultuous relationship from a different angle.
W.
And combined with the evidence that they
She
could
almost
see
got
in
away
front of them,
scot-free.
they were certain that Toby was in fact the victim. But before they could do anything about it, laying out the evidence was going to take some time.
Oh, she literally incriminated herself in the video. She said, I don't even know if this is justified. And she got off somehow. So if the lawyers ain't really pressed, she could be like out free. You know what I'm saying? With no type of consequence.
Now, the legal road ahead was very long and very grueling, and while Toby's family had created a GoFundMe to help afford his funeral, Courtney was out in Texas blowing over $1 million. She fled Miami so that she could be closer to her family, and in June 2022, only 2 months after his death, she forked out $1.4 million for a luxurious Texan home near her parents. The 3,000 square foot hillside home, which is located in Lake Point, features 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a hot tub, and 3 large deck areas.
Holy.
And in addition to all of this, she further wired $1.2 million into her father's bank account for, quote, further safeguarding. Call it murder or self-defense, but this incident clearly had a profound impact on Courtney. She was already drinking quite excessively, but after Christian's death, her bad habits intensified quite drastically. We know this because she was soon admitted to a rehab center in Hawaii, where she stayed for multiple weeks for substance abuse and PTSD. But it seems that while she was out buying houses, getting drunk, and
there was no,
feeling
how
back on
could you
herself,
ever
the storm
deem
was
that
quietly building
self-defense?
momentum in the distance. And that storm would finally begin on August the 10th, 2022, when Courtney was arrested on charges of second-degree murder. The prosecution claims that it took so long to arrest her as they only had one shot at convincing the authorities,
This is why you should
and
never date an
therefore they
OnlyFans
wanted to make
girl,
sure that they had
number
all the
one.
right
That's
evidence.
red flag off the rip.
And all the right evidence it certainly seemed they had. And as you can probably tell from this video, the state attorney's office now has a plethora
They
of
already don't respect themselves. You know what I'm saying? W arrest on God. I didn't peep.
make sure that they had all the right evidence. And all the right evidence it certainly seemed they had. And as you can probably tell from this video, the state attorney's office now has a plethora of potentially incriminating evidence. This includes the elevator footage where Courtney is seen attacking Toby, the letter, recordings, and text messages left behind him, and more than 12,000 text messages that were sent between the two. Her charge for domestic battery against Toby in Las Vegas in July 2021 has also been uncovered, as did other historic reports of her abusive nature. Word has it that she had tried to stab her previous partner before Christian, and had also broken the jaw of Sean Roden, a well-known bodybuilder, in February 2017.
Broke the
Interesting
jaw?
side note, but Sean had actually kept this assault quiet, as he'd been cheating on his wife with Courtney at the time. Many mutual friends between Courtney and Toby would also claim that Courtney was the aggressor in their relationship, and furthermore that Toby always seemed to be the peacemaker. But the most damning piece of evidence that is currently known to date is from the medical examiner's report, which concluded that Toby's injury could not have been caused by a knife thrown from the distance specified by Courtney. It was further noted that with an injury with a depth of 8 centimeters or 3 inches, the attack must have been from a very close range.
Now, based on the information you received that the defendant was alleged to have thrown this knife, do your observations support that?
I'm not an expert in knife throwing. If the person who supposedly did this is an expert knife thrower, and the knife is the type of knife that you can throw, I guess that could have happened.
Really,
Did you receive
dude?
any information that the defendant was a knife thrower?
No.
So based on that fact that you did not receive that information, would support that?
No.
And would you expect, what would you expect
Put
to
it in the
see
Discord,
a knife do if
Flex.
someone
I
just
might tap
flung
in.
it at somebody?
Threw it the way a knife thrower throws it?
No, someone
Just,
that's not a knife thrower.
it would just hit the body and bounce off.
Now, as a result of this case, did you come to a cause, or did you make a determination as to the cause and manner of death?
Yes.
Could you please explain this report?
The cause of death was stab wound of right subclavian artery. The manner of death was homicide.
I have no further questions.
Furthermore, it was also determined that his injury was consistent with an intentional stab wound, which was inflicted via a downward thrust into his chest where the knife severed his subclavian artery. And tragically, this wound was just inches above a tattoo on his chest, a tattoo of Courtney's name. It should be noted that Courtney claimed she had acted in self-defense after Toby had grabbed her by the neck and thrown her to the floor. However, no visible marks or injuries were recorded during or after her interview with officers. Courtney's case has done nothing but become more prominent.
This was like the nicest guy ever, bro. Like, he never hurt her. He was always trying to be nice. Like, he got stabbed literally before that. He got stabbed in the leg by her. He never said anything. He was, he's too in love, bro. Love can get you killed. Bro got taken advantage of. Yeah, but as a man, that's you know what I'm saying? I can't even feel bad for him, bro. Because he let up. But if it was a girl, then everybody feels bad. As a man, you just got to be accountable, bro. You got to be, because nobody really cares at the end of the day. Because you're a man, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, I feel so bad. Like, he's a man. So it's just, you got to be accountable. You have to be smarter, bro. Learn from this, bro. Learn from this.
Media over time, and as for the authorities, they have not been shy in presenting more.
You have to be a little mean. You always have to be a little mean.
And it seems that, even from the grave, Toby's been able to shed more light on the abusive relationship by taking several secret recordings.
In control.
In one of these recordings, Courtney can be heard getting angry at him for speaking to another woman before racially abusing him.
So shut up and let me slap you, dumb.
See, bro, she did not say the N-word with just the A, bro. She said the hard ER, bro. During Black History Month, mind you.
You have your phone.
She said this last February.
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a You're a Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I want you to get away from me.
And in another recording.
Ugh, I hate all that, bro. I hate that crap. I hate all that yelling. I can't do any of that, bro. I cannot do that. Hell no. Hell no. And then bro sounds like a damn... Like, bro sounds so nice. Like, he wouldn't hurt a fly. Don't call me that. That doesn't make mean you should call me a... You know what I'm saying? Like, bro is hella nice. Like, he's like the cookie cutter black dude, bro. He got taken advantage of, bro. But he... That's what I'm saying. She's disgusting. That's why I would never date any type of girl who's like indulged in alcohol. Like she is. She's crazy. She's literally crazy, bro. A crazy white girl. Like, if you gonna get a crazy girl, go for the Latinas. Get a crazy Latina. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least go for that Latina. Don't mess with the crazy white girl, bro. It's not worth it. She'll kill you.
Captured both of them arguing in
the Latina only slashed a tire.
As soon as he mentions that she had hit him, Courtney then speaks more quietly and tells him to shut up, almost as if she was trying to suppress the potentiality of someone else overhearing their conversation.
Decide whether or not you're done, Catherine.
I am mad that you told me to come.
Decide right now.
Courtney, that's a word. I asked you so many times that I don't know, and I apologize, but you hit me.
Shut the up.
Following Courtney's arrest and all of the publicly available evidence,
no makeup,
she now has one of the most publicly anticipated...
Fake titty sagging. You're, no lashes, nothing. You're done. You're done. You're in jail. Yeah, what's up? Get with those, yeah, become a lesbian.
Trials in modern-day history. Her defense initially filed a motion to block all evidence in her trial from being released to the public. But, as you can see, this was eventually denied. They also filed a motion to block any evidence secretly recorded by Christian, but the judge also denied this motion. With Courtney's trial now scheduled for 2023, it is likely that we'll receive a new date sometime in the not-so-distant future, and I am sure that she will have an uphill struggle to fight against the mountain of evidence. As a side note, Courtney's defense also filed a motion to release her on bond while she awaited trial. However, after stating that there is a substantial probability that the defendant committed this offense...
This is the problem with the world, bro. This only happens, and also the dude, I mean, like I said, men just have to be accountable. You have to be better. You have to do better, but at the same time, bro, if a dude did any of this, if a dude stabbed a girl, it's raps. Even if the girl said, he didn't do anything wrong, like he said, she's like, oh, get her out of jail, like, don't lock her up or whatever. Even if a girl got stabbed and she said don't lock the dude up, he's still getting locked up, like, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? She got so many chances. You know what I'm saying? Even after he killed her, or she killed her, bro. Or even after she killed him, he was still out, bro. She was still out. She was still living life for a smooth couple months. And then they finally got her. After killing, bro.
And also highlighting how much money she has in her bank accounts. The judge deemed that Courtney posed a significant flight risk, and she was therefore ordered to remain in detention until her trial. With this being the state of Florida, if convicted of second-degree murder, Courtney Clenny will receive a life sentence with a minimum of 16 years and 9 months behind bars. Her father, who naturally is one of her most notable defenders, has recently claimed that he actually had no idea about her OnlyFans career until recently. And considering this was a huge part of her life, can he really claim to know the real and unfiltered Courtney? Now, many of you know that I've covered a few strange internet cases here already, some of which have contained OnlyFans models and cam girls. And I always find this part to be a weird corner in the adult content industry. But with her images being so easy to find online, it does make me wonder if her family have seen them. Nevertheless, I'm quite surprised no one knew. How else could she explain such a rapid and massive gain of financial success? Wrapping this one up, I want to highlight that all of my research is conducted through cross-examination from public sources, and none of this is private. And although I try to keep most of my opinions out of my videos, I do believe from the evidence provided that their relationship was highly toxic and tumultuous. And furthermore, they should have called it quits a long time prior. When I look at Courtney and her behaviour, her actions and her lies, I see an adult that was never properly made to grow up. And in short, she lacks accountability and respect. And with all her lies and fabrications, I do find it very hard to support and believe her statements to authorities. And outside of Courtney's and her father's statements, I can't really say there is much evidence to support that he's abusive or aggressive. If anything, he is all too gentle and forgiving.
He's super
Victim
nice.
or perpetrator, Toby never deserved to die that fateful evening. At the age of 27 and only 1 week until his 28th birthday, he was at the very beginning of his adult life. Through his letters and text messages, it is clear to see that
bro is writing love letters. Chad, don't get this twisted, bro. She's not the only girl like this, bro. There's so many, especially the influencers, bro. Those are the main ones that are like this. Don't even get in a relationship with an influencer girl, bro. It's not worth it. Look at the vid I put in reactions. And bro, writing love letters as a dude is L.
Toby was an emotional and sensitive man, not scared to wear his heart on his sleeve and share his love. And speaking of love, it was painfully and heartbreakingly obvious that he loved Courtney dearly. His tenacity to help and do right by her is reflective of his personality, and through the many statements left by friends and family that I have read, I can see that Toby never gave up on others. He had a lot of love to give, was empathic, intelligent, and had such a bright future ahead of him. A future that, all charges pending, was sadly ripped away. We will just have to wait and see what verdict is delivered from Courtney's trial, and as always I'll be right here to let you know as soon as that happens. Anyway, that is certainly going to be it from me today. I don't know if you've realised this or not, but this is my longest video by quite a mile, and I'm absolutely exhausted from it. But if you made it this far, congratulations. But to add to that, I would really like—
wish I could turn back time to the good old days. Bro, you can't turn back time, bro. Chad, never unintentionally kill somebody that you actually don't want to kill. Don't kill anybody unless it's self-defense.